things like basses and stuff, and basses and things that use basses and stuff, I'm going to do a little thing on maybe a funky bass line. And that is what I was asked to do by Vlad from The Joy of Finger Drawing. So I'm going to try. It's not an inspired by sound. It's just a sort of rambly, bloggy type vloggy thing. Bass, because bass is cool. I've got a couple tracks here. Got a Rhodes. I've got a synth sound above it. And below that, and below the Rhodes, I've got this finger bass from Waves, which is bass fingers. And then I have underneath that a slap bass from Waves, bass slapper. I'm not amazingly keen on the sound at the minute, as in not the sound of the bass. I need to find a way to make it better. Assuming I use that, I'll probably use a finger bass. Underneath that, I have this drums, which is of course Addictive drums, because why wouldn't it be? So I'm going to be all human about myself and not edit this video. So if something I do doesn't work, it's going to just be living in the thing until it works. Because I'm tired of video editors that just like show you only the very best of things. The very best of things is not the realest of things. And who wants all that all the time? So the first thing I'm doing is just setting up a loop, because that way I don't have to worry about things. I like this bass line because there's all these slides at the top of the keyboard, and that's why I bought this. I was very pleased to know that these things were there. A lot of these amazingly sampled basses, and they are amazingly sampled, don't have all these slidey things. And slidey things are fun. So they allow keyboard players to be like fake bassists like me. So I'm going to be a fake bassist like me. Are you ready? Let's see if we can come up with a groove today. All right, we've got a bass line. Admittedly not the greatest bass line in the world. Let's stick down a really crappy beat and see what we can come up with. All right, we've got a beat. What I'm going to do is just slightly humanize it, so it's like 80% quantized instead of 100%. All right. Should we try and find us some chords? Let's try and find us some chords. I don't remember everything I played, so I'm going to screw up at some point, which means I'll have to go over it and redo the chords part, or at least in part. So let's see what we can come up with. Not the best Rhodes part in the world, but hey, it'll do. I'm going to chop it there. Chop. And chop there. So I can just do these these two chords, just those two chords. And I'll just add Shift R, which means that what I did is I used a trick that I like to use in Logic, which does not record. It just will only, basically I'm not explaining that very well. If I am playing and I like a take that I did, then I can hit Shift R and it will actually put the thing I just played into the record buffer. So there we go. could always mute the Rhodes, for example, and just have a Rhodes solo as well if I want. So funky bass lines, they're interesting and you can have fun with them. And to be honest, the way to do it is just sit down in front of a bass sound that you like a lot. In this case, I'm using, as I said, Waves bass fingers. And think of lines in your head that you've heard other bass players do, or things that you like the sound of and the feel of. Because the best part of coming up with a bass line is making it sit with the drums, you know? And if I just solo the bass and drums, actually, I'll just mute the Rhodes. That's what I've got to do. Okay, so the first thing I can do to make this drum line better is just turn the bass drum up slightly, because it's kind of very quiet. Kicks more. Let's put the Rhodes back. So yeah, a little bit of a groove for you today. Nothing much, but a little something that maybe cheers you up or gives you some ideas. Composing is hard right now for me. I'm having a real trouble. I can't English. I'm having real trouble coming up with ideas that are meaningful. And this certainly is not meaningful, but it is at least something. And it's the first thing I've composed in days, maybe weeks. So I'm satisfied with it for what it is. Not that it's great, because it certainly won't, make anybody swoon or break records. But it is a something. And the fact that I have a something and I can hit Command S and save it is better than having a nothing. Because if you have nothing, there's no point saving it. Okay? So thanks for listening and watching. See you next time. Bye.